Greetings, YouTube. Happy Thursday. You know, there's no debating that Dungeons is a mixed bag for a lot of people in Marvel Contest of Champions. While it can be, I don't know if fun's the right word, because sometimes some paths definitely put the FU in fun. It's nice now that you can get a 5-star basic crystal from your dungeon artifacts. I do appreciate that even though Kabam Mike swears hoarding is an unhealthy behavior, that the game gives you the chance to hoard over 50,000 dungeon artifacts to wait for the next round of dungeon crystals to have a better opportunity to get a champ you're targeting with that 10% drop rate, since there are approximately 10 champions per featured dungeon crystal. And this has allowed me the opportunity, as you can see in the top banner, to save up over 38,000 dungeon artifacts, because after going for, and of course not getting Omega Red from a dungeon crystal, I simply was not impressed enough with the other dungeon crystals to risk my artifacts. But what really helps is when, one, there are no bugs, which good luck with that, but two, when they come out with special dungeon days. Now, I'm going to be doing a separate video, of course, whenever the new dungeon crystals are officially announced, and that should be in the next week, right? That should be in the next week when dungeon days begin. And dungeon days are those rare opportunities, usually a 3 to 4 day span, that give players an incentive to get back into the dungeons if you haven't done this before. And remember, dungeons are a lot more fun when you know who you're dungeon grinding with, as weird of a sentence as that sounds if you don't play the game. So keep in mind, the biggest complaints I get is when you do like Dungeon Tinder and you just have Kabam matchmake you with some rando that sometimes may have a great roster on paper, but they either don't move or they get wrecked within the first room. Or they give you communication that doesn't follow the path that you want. So really, the best thing to do between now and when Dungeon Days start, one of the reasons I want to make this video now, is to start asking around in your alliance to get a dungeon buddy. Many of you know Katie Candy is my dungeon buddy. I'm in Oklahoma. She's in South Carolina. Not exactly convenient, but for dungeons, it's very convenient. And it just makes it a lot more fun. I would also recommend that maybe using something like the Line app in case the communication doesn't work, because that's also a frequent bug. Now, even though Cable is coming to the contest today for the arena, we're going to skip ahead and talk about the satellite known as Dungeon Days. So, we're excited to inform you that August 22nd, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to August 25th, so like I said, about a 3-day span, special bonuses and enhancements will be added to the dungeons. Solo objectives, a global 25% dungeon point boost, and greatly reduced champion refresh costs. Now, hopefully, that means that they're the same greatly reduced champion refresh costs that we saw in the last Dungeon Days, which was a huge, monumental 1 unit per champion. Yes, that included 5 and 6-star champs, which was fantastic. But I'm most excited to hopefully have a chance to go for Aegon in the next round of Dungeon Crystals. If not, I'll probably just be going for Aegon the old-fashioned way by purchasing a 5-star basic crystal and seeing what the dungeon artifacts will give me. But yeah, continue to hoard those dungeon artifacts. And if you are getting closer and closer to that magic, 15 5-stars to get the dungeon 5-star access purchase, hold off as long as you can to purchase any 4-stars and just save your dungeon artifacts, because you'll be so thankful that you can purchase a free 5-star crystal over a 4-star crystal once you qualify for that milestone. Sometimes people make the mistake. They feel like they just got to burn those artifacts. Maybe even they forget that you can hoard them. So they think if the crystals are leaving, then those artifacts are going to leave their inventory right along with it. It is not true. It is a myth. And let this video serve as a reminder that that is indeed a myth. Otherwise, have a great Thursday, YouTube. Like many of you, I was disappointed this week to not have the chance to purchase and review the early access bundle for the last featured champion of August 2019, but hopefully that bundle will come sometime into the unit store next week.